Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a really fascinating look at the latest limited edition from Glashütte Original. It's the Panda-Style 70s X Chronograph.
Ah, yes.
And this isn't just, any new watch. It's an exclusive North American edition, and it actually celebrates 10 years of an iconic design.
That's right.
So our mission today is really to unpack its unique mix of, well, heritage-inspired looks, the incredible engineering inside, and just what makes it such a big deal in the watch world right now.
Yeah, and what's really insightful, I think, about this release is how Glashütte Original has used both history and their modern skills to create something, well, impactful. It's not just sort of tipping a hat to the past. It's a very strategic embrace of a really beloved design, but updated with their, very current in-house capabilities. And it's specifically for a key market, which is interesting. It really shows how a brand can make a limited edition more than just rare.
That's a great point. I mean, the 70s Chronograph series, it's always been a standout for Glashütte Original, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Captures that distinct 1970s feel perfectly. The instantly recognizable PD-shaped case, the integrated bracelet.
Right.
It's had that luxury sports watch vibe since it first came out in 2014, often with some really bright, vibrant dial colors, too.
Yeah, they weren't afraid of color.
But for this 10th anniversary one, the X, they've gone for something really classic, almost timeless, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. For the X Chronograph, they've picked the hugely popular Panda-Style dial. So you've got this matte white lacquered background, and then these beautifully contrasted black galvanized subdials.
Okay.
And if you look back, the Panda dial nickname, it really popped up in the 60s and 70s precisely because of this high contrast look. Super legible.
Right. Legibility is key.
Exactly. And it's a design that has always, really hit home with enthusiasts, particularly in North America, actually. So it fits perfectly with the whole 70s feel of the case.
I'm quite fascinated by the dial itself. I read it's crafted by their own in-house dial maker.
That's correct, yeah. They have their own dial manufacturer in Pforzheim.
So what makes those black subdials stand out? They seem to have a specific texture.
Ah, you're noticing the snailing decoration. That's what gives those glossy black counters, the ones at 3 and 9 o'clock, this fantastic, almost like concentric texture.
Like a record.
Kind of. It's not just visual. It adds this richness. It genuinely resembles the grooves on an old vinyl record, which just amplifies that whole 1970s vibe, the multi-sensory thing. And there's a really smart detail, too, on the 30-minute counter at 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
There's a striking red 10. Now, it's not just for looks. It's a subtle but frankly brilliant way to turn a purely functional counter into a sort of quiet nod to the collection's 10th anniversary.
That is clever. Integrating the story right into the dial.
Exactly.
And I spotted the small second subdial at 9 o'clock. That also has a power reserve indicator built in.
It does, yeah. Very useful complication integrated there.
So how do they keep everything so clean, that crisp black and white theme with all these different elements going on?
It really comes down to precision and consistency. The applied hour markers, the indices, they're white, but with a black frame.
Okay.
So you get that sharp contrast, keeps it really easy to read. Even the curved 12-hour counter down at the bottom, black background, white numerals. It mirrors the brand's big panorama date window, which is also at 6 o'clock.
Ah, right. Ties it all together.
Precisely. This real meticulous attention ensures the whole look just works. It feels cohesive. And the main hands, the hour and minute hands, they're black too, with white superluminova fill.
For low light visibility.
Exactly. High performance stuff. And then the central chronograph, seconds hand, that gives you a pop of bright red, kind of completes that panda look with just a little dash of color.
Let's talk about the case. Solid stainless steel definitely keeps that unique TV shape.
Unmistakably 70s.
It measures what, 40 by 40 millimeters?
Yeah.
And 14.1 millimeters thick.
That's right.
Which sounds substantial. But those rounded corners, they do seem to soften it visually.
Yeah.
How does it actually wear, given the shape and, well, the thickness?
Yeah, that's always the question with these kinds of case shapes, isn't it? And look, 14.1 millimeters, not thin.
No.
But Glashütte Original, they've really mastered the ergonomics here. Those rounded corners you mentioned and the way the bracelet integrates. It honestly often wears much more comfortably, maybe even visually smaller than the numbers might suggest. It tends to conform to the wrist quite nicely.
Okay.
Plus, the finishing helps, that mix of satin brush and polished surfaces on the case and the bracelet. It really highlights the shape. The architecture makes it maybe seem less blocky.
I see.
And you've got those little protective crown guards, too, which is a nice functional touch. Helps ensure that pretty impressive 100-meter water resistant.
Good point. So Moving inside, what's actually powering this chronograph? I know Glashütte Original is famous for its in-house movements.
Oh, absolutely. And what's really fascinating here is the engine inside. It's the in-house integrated automatic flyback chronograph, caliber 3702.
Integrated. Okay, so not a module stacked on top.
Exactly. It's purpose-built as a chronograph from the ground up. And one benefit of that is it allows the crown and the pushers to sit neatly on the same level on the case side. It just contributes to a more balanced, cleaner look. Makes the operation feel more refined, too.
And the flyback function. That's pretty useful.
Incredibly useful. It lets you reset and restart the stopwatch instantly. Just one push, super handy if you're timing, say, consecutive laps or events. No need to stop, then reset, then restart. Much quicker.
Makes sense.
And like most of Jago's automatic movements, you can see through the back, it's got their signature double G rotor winding it, a definite mark of their high-end approach.
So for you, the listener, may be wondering what really sets this specific Glashütte Original 70s X chronograph apart.
Well, I think the key thing here is this really nice blend of collectability and just usability. Like, it's a very limited release, only 100 pieces, and they're exclusively for North America.
Right, very exclusive.
Which makes it incredibly special if you're a collector in the US, Canada, or the Caribbean. But Glashütte Original also gets that people want to wear these watches. So they deliver it with both a comfortable rubber strap and that really solid stainless steel bracelet. You get options.
Utility.
Exactly. Priced at $17,900 US. And as mentioned, those 100 pieces are only at authorized dealers in North America. It's genuinely a rare find that gives you both top-tier functionality and serious collector appeal.
Okay, so let's try and summarize the core appeal here. The Glashütte Original 70s X chronograph.
Yeah.
It feels like a masterclass in mixing that retro feel with really modern watchmaking.
Definitely.
You've got that distinctive 70s TV-shaped case, the iconic Panda-Dial with those great little details like the commemorative red 10, that lovely snailing on the subdials. Powering it all is that robust in-house caliber 3702 flyback chronograph, which is super practical, and a very solid 70-hour power reserve.
Can't forget that.
And, of course, its status as a really limited North American exclusive. Plus, getting both the rubber strap and the steel bracelet. That's great versatility.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps thinking about this deep dive into the 70s X chronograph, it leaves you with an interesting question to ponder. How does a brand like Glashütte Original manage to balance something with such universal design appeal like the Panda-Dial with the very specific allure of a strictly regional limited edition? Is there a tension there? Maybe also, what does it really mean for a watch to capture a specific historical era so well, like the 70s here, but also push the boundaries of modern watchmaking with such meticulous in-house craftsmanship? Just think about how that mix, iconic history plus cutting-edge engineering creates this lasting appeal, something that goes way beyond just telling the time.